I hope your day is filled with peace and simple, natural wonder. Welcome back. At Green Home Living, we believe that the most meaningful gardens are those that feel protected and personal. Today, we explore timeless rustic styles for small spaces. From the cooling touch of zinc to the soft haze of lavender, join us as we reimagine the modest footprint as a lush, storied haven that celebrates the beauty of the perfectly imperfect. This is not merely a garden. It's a poem written in dirt, wood, and bloom. Each corner sings with intentionality disguised as accident. The way the sunflowers lean slightly eastward as if chasing dawn. How the gravel shifts subtly underfoot depending on where you step. The gentle sag of the pergola's roofline suggesting years of snow loads and summer storms born with grace. The barrels aren't props, they're protagonists. One, charred at the edges from a long-ago fire pit gathering, now hosts a thriving cluster of zinnias bursting in coral and cream. Step beneath the weathered beams of an ancient pergola, its wooden bones softened by decades of rain, sun, and climbing vines that drape like emerald curtains across its frame. The air here is thick with the scent of damp earth after morning dew, mingled with the herbal perfume of lavender, thyme, and wild mint spilling from terracotta pots nestled among mossy boulders. Under the shelter of towering trees, a simple wooden table stands ready, surrounded by benches hewn from forest giants, now softened by sun and use, waiting for friends, family, or solitude. To one side, waves of lavender ripple along low stone borders, releasing their calming scent with every breeze. To the other, hydrangea bushes spill creamy blossoms against dark trunks and mossy rocks. The path ahead meanders casually, paved in warm-toned gravel and punctuated by irregular flagstones that invite barefoot wandering. Begin your journey beside a sturdy wooden bench, then let the gravel path carry you forward through a tapestry of color. Soft purples of coneflower petals, fiery oranges of black-eyed Susans, and delicate whites of Shasta daisies brushing against your knees. The air hums gently with bees and birdsong, centered around a classic pedestal bird bath where ripples catch the light like liquid silver. In the distance, a quaint, slightly lopsided shed beckons, its walls layered with found objects, climbing beans, and hand-painted details that speak of creativity unbound. Sink into the slatted wooden chair, its grain softened by sun and seasons, positioned just so beneath a lattice shelf holding tiny potted succulents and trailing vines. Around you, earthy terracotta pots overflow with fragrant basil, mint, and parsley, while tall spires of purple lavender rise like sentinels beside them, releasing their calming scent with every breeze. To your right, stacked wooden crates cradle clusters of pale pink daisies, their cheerful faces nodding gently against the rustic fence behind. Let the warmth of sun-warmed gravel rise through your soles as you wander between hand-built raised beds filled with thriving greens and fragrant herbs, their borders made from aged planks that bear the scars of seasons past. Nearby, a colossal clay jar anchors the scene like a relic from another era, surrounded by smooth white stones that catch the light like scattered pearls. Wooden benches, some sleek, some rough-hewn. The space, offering places to sit, sketch, sip lemonade, or simply watch clouds drift above the tree line. Gather around the stone-ringed fire pit, its flames flickering warmly against the cool evening air, casting golden light across faces old and new seated on hand-carved wooden benches that curve like embracing arms. Around you, bursts of magenta phlox, lavender spikes, and fiery coneflowers spill over rocks and barrels, their scents mingling with wood smoke and damp earth after days and rain. To one side, a tiny weathered cabin stands sentinel beside neatly stacked cordwood and a barrel planter overflowing with trailing blooms. Ahead, tree stumps serve as impromptu stools for those who prefer closeness to comfort. Follow the meandering trail of weathered wooden planks set into warm-toned gravel, each step slightly uneven, not by accident, but by design, inviting you to slow down and notice how sunlight catches dew on lavender spikes or how bees hum lazily around yellow coreopsis spilling from terracotta pots. To your right, a massive oak barrel stands like a rustic pedestal, crowned with an earthenware pitcher that once held wine or water, now holding only air and memory. Step onto the crunching gravel trail, flanked on both sides by cascading waves of purple and white blossoms, their fragrance rising softly into the air like incense offered to the afternoon sun. Stone retaining walls rise gently along the left, creating terraced beds brimming with lavender, catmint, and foxgloves reaching skyward. Ahead, a simple wooden bench invites rest beside a solitary stump seat, as if designed for two souls sharing silence or stories. Settle onto the weathered wooden bench, its slats worn smooth by seasons of sun and sitter. Positioned just so beside a long planter overflowing with cheerful black-eyed Susans that glow like captured sunlight against deep green foliage. Across the gravel path, a massive oak barrel cradles still water. Dark, reflective, alive with floating leaves and the occasional ripple from a visiting dragonfly, ringed by rough-hewn stones that anchor it gently into the earth. Enter through the wooden archway, crafted from unpeeled logs and bound with wire. Its roof alive with green tendrils reaching toward heaven, where shade falls cool and inviting over a solitary barrel resting like a sentinel among blossoms. The stone step trail ahead meanders casually, bordered by textured foliage, soft gray-green lambs ear brushing against your knees, spikes of deep purple sage rising proudly beside them, all set against a backdrop of woven twig fencing that hums with woodland charm. Follow the path of flat flagstones winding past clumps of feathery ornamental grasses that sway like silk in the breeze, leading you toward a charmingly crooked wooden cabin adorned with shelves of succulents nestled in reclaimed pallets. To your left, a miniature rock-lined stream trickles gently from a tiered stone fountain, its sound soft as rain on leaves, while smooth river rocks border the flow like nature's own mosaic. Walk slowly down the gravel lane, its pale stones crunching softly beneath your feet as you pass weathered wooden benches carved with lattice backs, perfect for pausing beside perched birdhouses that stand like sentinels on sturdy posts. To your right, a low table displays an eclectic collection of terracotta pots, glass lanterns, and twisted driftwood sculptures, while golden sunflowers nod cheerfully behind them, reaching toward dappled sunlight filtering through canopy leaves. Let the scent of lavender and damp soil fill your lungs as you sink into a cushioned armchair nestled beside a barrel-top table crowned with tiny potted plants and a ceramic mug still steaming faintly. Around you, gravel crunches softly underfoot, bordered by smooth white stones and swaying plumes of fountain grass, catching the last rays of sunset like spun gold. In the distance, the rustic shed beckons, its porch strung with fairy lights now beginning to glow, shelves overflowing with gardening gloves, seed packets, and half-finished projects waiting for tomorrow's touch. Gather around the rough-hewn stone fire pit, its dark center waiting for kindling or memories, flanked on either side by hand-carved wooden benches that curve like embracing arms beneath canopies of purple salvia and golden coneflowers. The path beneath your feet is paved with weathered bricks laid in gentle arcs, guiding you past moss-kissed boulders and terracotta pots spilling over with lavender and trailing thyme. As the lanterns begin to glow and the moon silvers the path, we find rest in the sanctuary we have cultivated. Building a vintage rustic garden in a small space is a labor of love that rewards the soul with every season. We hope you found the spark of inspiration you were searching for today. May your outdoor sanctuary always be a place of deep rest and restorative beauty. Stay well, and we look forward to our next journey together.